Good evening. When I was studying in the university, I think back to 18 years ago, I often went to the library, but I didn't mean that the library in the university or the library in high school, but it's a public library which is arranged by the government budgets. And is it that is it not the new library, but it has been established for many years. Before I attended to the university in Nakhon Si Thammarat, and there are lots of interesting textbook, particularly academic textbook, English textbook. There are many interests variety of subject that you would love to study, but one textbook that this one is I think belong to the high school class. This textbook, the teacher use this one to teach the student in a high school class. So I think the content is very interesting in me, and it's still haunting me until today. I didn't mean that it's scary me, but what do I mean is that the only one single point that I get from the books, but I first of all I have to accept that I didn't read all the book. I couldn't complete it reading all the book, but I read only some parts of the book. But the idea that I get from that book is very simple. Okay, very simple. It's telling that all the natures, everything around you, everything other human being, animal, the atmosphere, the earth, the tree, the climate, people in society, people in the park, the car, the smoke that coming out from the car, the markets, local market, the cuisines, everything that you name is everything around you, from animal to people to nature things, and also to the things that is created by the human being. um, it's telling you something. The message is what's sending to us, all the time. For example, when you look at the sky and it look cloudy, so what do you think? I don't need to speak, but you have idea. But the idea that when people see the cloudy in the sky, I have to accept that not every people have the same idea, but at least the cloudy sending message. But it's up to each person's experience, to transform that kind of information to be their own personal opinion, which is different from one person to the other persons. And also when you look at when you look at the forest, what do you see? What is the message that's sending to you when you look at the forest? With there are a lot of big tree, and the forest is quite big, and also you feel cold under the forest, or even you not you didn't need to go inside the forest, but you will feel cold. So the forest, the term forest, that's something that some area that full with lot of tree, big tree, and there is no disturbance happen to those forests. So what are you going to understand? The message is sending to you all the time, even from the natures, from something that they don't speak to you. So the forest is for me, when I look at the forest or at the jungle, I thought about, okay, forests give us the originals originals of of the river, and also and also the water, particularly the river, or the river coming from the tree, coming from the jungle, you are able to find any information. And I would be ready to argue, but what I would like to say it all, the river, how big is it, it doesn't matter. How long is it, it doesn't matter. 500 kilometer, a deep 100 meter, or wide 100 meter. All of them coming, all the river in the world coming from the forest. So when I look at the forest, what I see, the forest bring food, and forest keep cold, and in the forest there might be dangerous animal, or there may be animal that we are able to to feed our family. And also the forest is very important to the human being, since the ancient world. But the perspective about the forest is might be different from between the ancient world and the modern world. In the modern world, the forest is very important to all mankind, because I think this is one of the solutions that is able to handle with the climate change. And also when you look at people, when you look at the traffic, people's a lot of vehicles stuck in the traffic. I think, what do you see? What is the message sending to you? For example, I think the business activity come back. Uh, um, if you stay in the tourism destinations, where which is very popular for the for the tourists around the world, and when you see that the traffic jam all the area almost all the time, what does it mean? Is there any message that's sending to you? Yes, the message is something like the economic is come back, the economic activity is come back, transportation sector is come back. I didn't mean transportation for for the tourists, or transport people, only, but I mean food transportations, supplier transportations, because the economic circle is related to each other, in one way or the other. They related to each other. And also because people buy new car, because there are lots of there are new, you know there are when the business come back, there are new high. And also the employment rate is increasing, and also the purchasing power is come back, because the number of tourists that coming to the island. And so they come with a lot of money, and that money will run around in the economic circle in the island. And for example, another, yes, I think I would like to finish, I would like to end my my talk about, there are messages sending to you, to everyone around you, at all time, but you need to look at it. Okay, when you need to look at things, don't let your mind gone away to somewhere else. Some people, their mind like to fly away to their girlfriend, back to 10 years ago, or maybe they're dreaming about something that is going to happen to their lives in the future. Or maybe people thinking about the experience that they have been through. So you need to look around, watch what the environment around you. I think I prefer the term. When I say environment, it doesn't mean the nature. Okay, you open your mind, and you will see the message that's sending to us all the time. So if you got the message and you understand, you are able to apply this message for your own interest. Okay, maybe in terms of the business, in terms of your career, improve your career, in terms of your daily life. How are you going to adapt yourself? How are you going to create new strategies for yourself, for your business, and and for your career. Thank you very much for watching. See you again till next time.